everyone, welcome back to Writing on Disney. It's Alexis here, and it's Friday, so we'll be talking about everything and all things Disney. Right, so Disney Plus. If you haven't yet downloaded it, or if you haven't yet decided if this is the right choice for your family, stick around because I have a lot. So the app is set up a lot like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime. It has like a flow screen where it has some suggestions, and then it has all of the originals lined out that you can quick and easily choose from. The one thing that I really liked right off the bat, and it was in all of their prototype videos and all of their kind of propaganda, was you do have little buttons at the top of the home page to direct you if you want to look at something strictly Disney, if you want to look at Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic. They do have a nice little option buttons, I guess you would call them, right across the top. So I'm glad that stuck with it from the prototype to the finished product. I do like that they, like Netflix, they have recommendations specifically for you. Although they had those from the very beginning, and myself and a lot of people that I follow on Twitter were like, how do they know what we like? Because we've literally not watched anything yet. But it has recommendations, it has hit movies, trending options. A lot of the categories are going to be similar to what you'll find on the rest of your streaming services. With a little exception, because they'll have, instead of horror, they have Disney Channel favorites, they have musicals, they have throwbacks, they have a different, more Disney-oriented subcategories. That's it, subcategories. But all in all, I'm really impressed. Disney released a couple weeks ago, like, pretty much everything that was going to be on Disney Plus. Now, a lot of the things that we saw are going to be available from the get-go. However, there is quite a few things that aren't. There's, for instance, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Infinity War. Those are not available as of yet because they are still streamable on Netflix, I think. But there's that. Black Panther, also not there because you can still stream it on Netflix. At least as of right now. Then certain of the kids' movies, like if you've ever watched Air Bud or The Buddies, or if your kids like that, those are not going to be available on here until 2020, 2021, depending. Same with The Last Jedi, also not available as of yet. Or Solo, because those both are streaming on Netflix. So while it does have a lot, and I do mean a lot, if you're trying to do a Star Wars marathon all the way through, you will have to jump to another streaming service for the end. But minor details, and in all honesty, I'm more blown away by this than by everything else that it has to offer than the minor inconveniences of not being able to stream absolutely everything. But I've got to say, I really do like this. I think it's completely and totally worth the $6.99 a month. I mean, you right off the bat, you get 4 profiles that can watch at the same time for that $6.99 fee. So my husband and I both have one. I have one set up for my parents that they can watch. So, I mean, I like that. If you're looking to pair it with Hulu and ESPN, if that means it's worth I think it's going to be $17 a month for the bundle. I think it's $17. I'll put a little sidebar down here if I'm incorrect. But that's also an option because Disney has acquired those. So I really like this. My husband really likes this. We've been pretty much watching it nonstop since Tuesday at 5 a.m. when I was up to download this. Yeah. But the one thing that I think it should have that Hulu and Netflix have to offer, and I'm sure it will at some point once they've worked out all the kinks with getting it up in all the countries that it'll be offered in, is as of right now, at least on the phone and on, if you're streaming it on like your Xbox or something, you don't have a continue watching category. So you have to go into the individual show or movie, whatever it was you were watching, and click through that to get back to where you were. Now, it does save it. You just can't access it from like the home screen like you could on Netflix. So that is my take. I haven't watched anything that's specifically for Disney Plus yet. I haven't watched any of the originals. I have heard really good things about the Imagineering. At least the first episode of The Mandalorian, I have a huge Star Wars critics kind of stamp of immediate approval. As of episode 1, he really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to passing that information along to you guys. Honestly, I think this is worth it. There's so much on here that I hope stays on for the duration of this streaming service because I want to share it with my kids. Out of the Box is on here, and if any of you were a kid in the 90s and early 2000s, you understand what Out of the Box was. It's something that I'm looking forward to sharing with my children, as well as the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which if you've been on my channel for any period of time, you do know that I'm kind of obsessed with Winnie the Pooh for being a 23-year-old adult. But I gotta say, I think this is worth it. I think any Disney fan is gonna love it. There's a bunch of classics. There's newer Disney, older Disney, somewhere in between. You have originals, you have some remakes. But I think it is well worth the $6.99 that it is a month. So I hope you found that helpful. Now, real quick, I am going to give you a trip update before I close out this video. So as of today, I believe we are 21 days away from our Disney trip. Yes, we are 21 days away from leaving for Disney. I got notified that our Magic Bands are shipped. They should be here Friday, and I'm very excited about that. I also went ahead and ordered us through Etsy a party shirt for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party for me and my parents and my husband. And those should hopefully be getting here by the beginning of next week. So I will share both of those with you guys when we get them. But I am so excited. I'm kind of just jittery. Like, I'm happy for Thanksgiving, but I kind of want to be past Thanksgiving because that means that we'll be going. And I just can't wait to share my entire trip with you guys. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for this week's video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel. I try to put out a military-related video every Monday and Disney every Friday. I know I've been slacking. Life gets in the way sometimes, am I right? Anyway, make sure that when you subscribe, you hit the bell notification icon to be notified every time I upload new content, because as we get closer to this trip, I promise the videos will become more consistent. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing Friday and an amazing weekend. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Bye, guys.